Uh, I can record now.
Yeah, it's recording, right? It's not showing recording failed or anything like that.
No. ঠিক আছে, এবাৰ মই ৰেকৰ্ড কৰি আকৌ কাটি দিবলৈ চেষ্টা কৰোঁ চাওঁ কিবা ছেভ হৈছে নে নাই এইখিনি।
ঠিক আছে।
Okay, এইটো okay, so yes, so I'll be talking mostly about AI, the recent news about AI this past month, and a bit of news about electric vehicles, mostly related to India. And
Okay.
so what are the topics that are you going to talk about?
Me too, mostly about AI and there's some news related to OpenAI and few related to Google. That's it.
Okay. So I'll just start with what happened. Some of the news related to AI. So starting with ChatGPT, news about ChatGPT. So they had their event one day before Google I/O,
Yeah.
and so the main point about their event was that first of all they had this voice, which I don't think so they previously had, and the unique thing about this was that so far, mostly when we have robots, they are very
Yeah.
mechanical. They sound very mechanical, and they don't have much. They don't display much emotions. So this was something different from that. But at the same time, one thought came into my mind was that how real in the sense that is it just for the presentation, or does it actually work like that even in practical purposes, or it is just like only for the sake of the demo it sounded like that.
So did you check if it's available for us to use? Because I'm not checking
Yes,
few features.
yes, I haven't as well. So right now even I'm using ChatGPT, but and I haven't found any way how to use the audio. They say that this is going to be free, but I haven't found.
Yeah.
That was one thing.
Then actually talking about this voice thing, have you heard the news or the controversy regarding this voice actually?
Yes, about they have used Scarlett Johansson's.
Yeah,
Uh,
that is what they are claiming. That
yes,
OpenAI says that they have hired some third-party actor, someone else,
that sounded
whose
similar to
voice
her.
sounds very similar to her. Yeah.
But how accurate that is?
But I think they have like stopped using the voice, or they have stopped that feature for now. Maybe that is why it's not available.
Maybe that could be one of the reasons. But apart from the voice, there are other aspects as well. For example, now they can have real time. Uh, they can real time. They can analyze the environment in real time through the camera. So some of the demos that show that you show them the environment, your surroundings with the camera, and ask them that what do you see, what are the things, so they can see all of those things. I don't know if it was previously possible or not, but if not, then this is something new. And also now you can interrupt them in the middle. Suppose they are giving an answer. If you interrupt them in the middle, now that's possible. They will just stop and start listening to you. There is something that's possible here.
Okay.
And yes, and the next day, so what are the things that Google did as far as recollection?
Google, mine, I don't really remember much more. Mostly they discussed about Gemini, right? Different things,
Yes,
the
that is,
upgraded versions of Gemini, then
yes,
Project Astra, mostly I think,
yes. So you have
which is
any?
similar to what OpenAI is doing regarding the, it's like a universal assistant they're saying, right?
Okay.
You'll show anything, it will able to, like what you said about OpenAI. If you show the
Hmm.
image or the scene, it will be able to tell what is going on.
Okay.
That is what Project Astra is, I think. Like a they're, I think they're advertising it as general AI,
AGI,
not exactly AGI, but
general
for
per.
general use.
Okay, not for anything specific. Okay. And regarding this approach, I have I've watched a video from a YouTuber named David Shapiro. This is not
Yeah,
Ben Shapiro. That's some other person. Have you,
yeah, I know. I've seen this channel.
that bald
Yeah,
person? Yes,
yeah,
yes, yes. And he says that Anthropic's way of approaching AI is quite different from what OpenAI and Google are doing. So,
okay. How is it different?
so he says that I only watched it once, not in depth. So, as far as my understanding, it's what they are trying to approach, what they are trying to achieve. So, for them, for the companies like OpenAI and Gemini uh, and Google, what they're trying to do is they're trying to build a product in the sense that they're trying to build a software for
Hmm.
business,
Yeah,
and that's how they are building AI. It's just a product. On the other hand, Anthropic is trying to yes, it's also a product, but their approach is that we are trying to build an intelligent agent, an intelligent system. So yes, the difference is that suppose out of all the three, I think even he says, and I agree to that, Gemini's position is they are lagging behind these two companies because they are trying to stitch together. They are not building from top bottom up. They are building from top down. That's what I think. Because if, I think so recently, a few months ago, there, for the sake of this diversity and everything, if you suppose, uh, if you give a prompt to Gemini that give me a picture of
exactly.
a,
I remember.
they only give people of color. They never provide pictures of white people just for the
Yeah,
sake of diversity and those kind of things. And even this month, a few days ago, there was a example of them of Gemini giving advice of sticking glue to pizza and something like that.
yeah. That is actually on. I think if you remember, we talked about this AI search engines, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
And how so I think it has become default now that if you search anything on Google, it also gives an AI summarized answer also.
Mm, yes.
So those kind of answer has been given in that AI overview.
Okay.
And and I think we talked about monetization also. Right? So
Mm,
now if you ask something, then along with the answer at the bottom it will give some ads also in the AI generated answer.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, so they have started giving advertisement also in there.
Okay. Okay. Yes. So this is how the problem is. The thing is that that's what David Shapiro was saying that they are specifically not Gemini, but he was talking mostly about OpenAI and Sam Altman. So he said that
Yeah,
Sam Altman he was at Y Combinator before.
yeah,
So that is a startup incubator where lots of startups go there. It's like a college for startups. So
mhm,
and and his education was from a Web 2.0 point of view, means that traditional internet that we have known so far, and how products are developed in that area. He called it mostly alpha A/B testing. So what he said is that in so this paradigm came in the internet era. So the thing is that you quickly release a product, get the feedback from the users, then again iterate, bring new features and keep going on. This
mhm.
do you know in software development there's something this model was named. What was that name?
A/B testing,
No, no, not I
waterfall,
yes, waterfall, but not waterfall. There's the most
agile.
agile. Yes, agile, the circular
Yeah,
one. We have
yeah,
continuously, but I think so that's for building a software for a client. But specifically, the underlying principle is the same. Even if you're building it for customers, that you quickly instead of trying to waiting for years and years trying to build a perfect product, you just build any prototype. You show
right.
it to the customers and see how they respond, and then to develop the next model based on the feedback that you get from the customer. And that's how. he is approaching AI. Just build a model, anyhow, somehow build a model, and then get the users' uh, feedback and try to adapt to it. But
Yeah.
the thing is that what he's saying is a so from a product point of view, that's okay. But from a scientific point of view, like if you're trying to build intelligence, that's
Mm.
you can yes, from a scientific research point of view, that is not the way to go. You are building an intelligence system, so you have to approach it in a different way, it, regardless of how users can think. So for example, he calls it they are trying to neuter the model. Neuter means suppose lo, the terms that he was neutering and lobotomizing. It means that a certain suppose you have an organ that's not functioning properly. Suppose your hand is very much infected. It's not functioning properly. You just ampute your hand. Yeah, the doctor amputes your hand because it's not functioning properly. So that's what they are doing. And suppose certain things are not socially acceptable, certain responses are not socially acceptable, so they are neutering those things, and then they are saying that this is a true AI. But how can an AI be a true AI? It's like you can say that in a way it's from a human equivalent. It's like selling an agenda, a propaganda. Suppose you teach a person only one point of view, and you don't even show them the other point of view, so they won't even understand what the other point of view is. So that's what they are doing to the AI.
Yeah.
So uh, yes,
Also,
okay,
yeah, I think in the same line, because of this reason only, I think many people are leaving OpenAI right now.
yes, yes,
Their
that
main chief researcher also, like, basically who built the model,
yes, Ilya
the
Sutskever,
brain. Yeah, he also left.
yes, and there is another one. So they had this something called the AI safety team. The
Yeah, that also I wanted to talk about
yes,
first.
and he went to Anthropic.
The one from the safety team,
Yes, who was
Aurelia.
not Ilya. This Jan Laike, his name was.
Okay.
So he went to Anthropic. Yes. So what you were saying?
Regarding the safety team also, that they wanted a safety team so that they can steer the AI in the right direction.
Yes.
But the people who are in the safety team are the same people who are the executives, or basically the people caring for profit or like the product.
Yes.
But the thing is, it should be a separate group of people, right, who will stop them or tell them this is not the direction you should take, or that is the direction you should take. But if it's the same people,
Hmm.
then what's the point of having a security team? It's the same people.
Uh.
Like, you
Yes.
understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes. Yes. Means you need to have someone who is independent of that because yes, I understand
Yeah.
that because you
Like,
might.
you need a different perspective when it comes to security, with the same people
Hmm.
who are building the product and the same people telling if it is secure.
Hmm.
Then they will say what I'm doing is secure, and what's the point of having them themselves giving the label it is secure?
Yes. Yes.
It should be some third party that should give that label that it is secure or not.
Yes, I get that point, but maybe it can be that within the company, the team which is involved in AI safety doesn't work on the development of AI.
And that is what I'm saying. The safety team itself are Sam Altman and the other board members.
Oh yes, and right now, before
Yeah,
after Jan Leike or yes, who he left.
yeah,
Okay, right now they are building the AI and they are also part of the safety team.
yeah.
Yes, yeah, yes, okay. So that's not okay. Okay, so yes, and that's why yes, so he predicted that this is the fall of. He's saying that they are so far OpenAI has been leading this race, but in the long
Yeah.
term they are not going to do it. Anthropic will overtake them. So that's his take.
So what's the story behind Anthropic? Actually, I don't know much about the company.
Yes, even I don't know. I haven't really searched. I don't even know who the name of the founder and how it came about. So I
Yeah.
really I have to look about it. But what I've seen for learned from his videos is that yes, their approach is a bit different, and yeah, and actually there is another one, another approach towards AI. I think it is in a very basic research stage right now. There is no product or no. There is a scientist. I forgot the name of the scientist, and he's a neuroscientist, and he is approaching AI from a very different point of view, very different from the way they are approaching. And I don't know the
Okay.
basic details about it. Maybe some other talk I'll talk about it. Right now I don't have enough to say something on that.
Mm.
Okay, okay, and
When talking about this, I had a thought just now.
uh,
So when we are building AI right now,
yes,
we're basically trying to emulate is the word I guess, emulate the human's intelligence,
yes,
which would also include bias.
exactly, yes,
Like Google's example, like
hmm.
it's how liberal AI, very
Yes,
liberal AI
yes, yes,
against whites maybe.
yes,
So ultimate AGI or
uh,
whichever is the highest version of AI we can build, should it be completely unbiased, or how can we make AI unbiased?
yes. Those are the questions. And if you that's the question. If you're trying to make a human-like AI, so they should. I think. See,
I mean,
this is how. Okay, from my
yeah,
point. Okay, are you going to say something?
you continue.
Okay, so yes, from my point of view, it's if if I would if it was given to me to teach how they're going to be unbiased, this is how I would proceed. The way a human learns, the things that suppose me, you can't tell me that bias uh, being biased towards person on the basis of race, basis of skin color or gender. Just telling me that don't be biased towards people under terms of race or gender or those kind of superficial things.
Yeah.
So that's just telling me the facts. Instead, you give me the logic. You understand on your own that it doesn't make a difference. Your skin color doesn't think logically. You justify this statement logically. Does it make,
Mm,
suppose I want to choose a security guard, does it does it justify, or so not a security guard, any job. Suppose I want to hire a computer programmer or a financial analyst. So does it, what difference does it make, the skin color? Doesn't make any difference. Or being a boy or a girl doesn't make any difference. The
yeah.
job, it doesn't make any difference. But at the same time, suppose I want to hire a security guard for some very important person. Now, it at that time, I would be more likely to hire a male security guard as compared to a female security guard, because in that sense, it's not gender bias. It's actually one gender has an advantage over other gender, because in
Yeah.
general, males are stronger than a female. So if I am going to hire a bodyguard, I'd rather hire a physically strong male bodyguard over a female
Mm,
bodyguard. That's not racism. That's logical thinking. In the same way, if I have to hire a nurse to care for an old patient, I'd rather hire a woman over a 6 feet tall bodybuilder male to
yeah.
uh, to take care of an old elderly patient. I'd rather hire a female. So that's, I'm logically thinking. It's not racism or anything. Racism or gender bias is inherently a flawed and non-logical act done by humans. So if you logically, as a human, I can logically understand the flaw in that, and that's how I'm not being uh, racist or being gender biased. So I would teach an AI in the same way, whatever that mechanism might be in the form of programming or machine learning. But that's how I would approach. I won't just say that I'm saying racism is bad. Take my statement for granted. That's not how humans should learn or AI should learn. So yes.
Right. Okay. There is one point of view that I agree, but one other uh, perspective what I'm trying to think is if like there's not one single idea of intelligence. Right now, even in the same field,
Hmm.
if you take two of the most intelligent person,
Yes.
they are not thinking the same things or they have different thoughts,
Yes.
even in their intelligence.
Hmm.
So ultimately, the AI, the AI that will be developed as the most intelligent AI will be the same. If you ask the same question to two models, should it give the same answer or different answer?
Yes, if it's a subjective type of question, so yes, definitely it could be different. It has
Right
to be.
now, you said the word subjective.
Yes.
That again is a bias.
Yes.
If someone trains a model to be liberal, it will give liberal answer.
Yes.
If
Yes.
someone trains it to be conservative, it will give conservative answer.
Yes.
If you train it to be both, then what is the answer?
So,
It will give both, right? Or like what
uh,
should be the correct answer for that? There is no correct answer.
yes, exact. Yes, there is no correct answer to that because the difference between uh, you asking this kind of political questions to a human and an AI, the difference is that we humans have an actual life. So your answer comes from
Yeah,
your own
now,
personal experience.
yeah,
You live in a certain society. Suppose in India, suppose you are a Hindu from a very popular Hindu state like UP, Gujarat, and some northern state. So if so, there is you'll inherently a support BJP
yeah,
because it's because you live in that area as compared to some other person. So, but if you ask an AI, who do you support in a BJP or that or Congress? So you are just a model. You don't have real life experiences. You don't experience thing day to day. So
yeah.
so yes, I'm not sure how the AI will answer to that based on their data. So yes, that's something. Okay.
This is the reason I guess AI ethics and stuff like this
Uh,
it's, exist.
so what did you say? I didn't understand.
AI ethics and this
Yes,
kind of
yes, yes, yes,
domains exist.
yes, yes. So because they, what kind of means yes? How are if they are only making decisions based on the data they have,
Yeah,
which does not affect them on a personal level. That's the difference. That data is data, but suppose a Muslim person living in a Hindu-dominated area, the date is the threat he faces to his life. So that's a data that personally affects his existence. And AI
yeah,
doesn't feel that. So how will you accept and how can they feel this thing? So that's something, yes. So how they are going
very
to
interesting.
incorporate it, it remains to be seen.
Yeah,
I think so. One thing that can come in maybe in the future is that once these robots they start becoming the software part and the hardware part starts integrating, and when these robots will feel it, uh, will also have a physical experience. After that,
yeah,
we can see how they are going to experience.
yeah. But then again, like the model, if the model is same for two, what is it called? For two AI,
Yes.
they are experiencing the same thing.
Ah.
Should the outcome be same? Because two-person experiencing the same thing may not have the same outcome
Yes.
in perspective.
Yes.
So like the definition of what AGI will be, what is general intelligence, there itself is not clear.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Because when you say AGI right now, we just think about mostly science fiction ideas, right? Like an AI can do AI that is capable of doing everything, more intelligent than us.
Yes.
But
That one thing that I'm sure is that they will be more intelligent than us. So that will be. It's just called artificial super intelligence or something. So at that time, what it will happen is that things that we can't even grasp, like for us, take the equivalent of a monkey and a human. So things like a monkey doesn't understand calculus, so you can't even explain to them. Their brain can't even comprehend what this is. So maybe after a certain level, a artificial super intelligence will be able to comprehend things that our human brain is inherently limited. We can't even comprehend those things. So those will be that I think so that is going to happen. That's that's going to happen. But within the realm of human intelligence, how an AGI, what an AGI means, that's yes,
But
that
according to the current progress of the current scenario of AI,
yes,
it just seems far-fetched to me to be able to get a like the super intelligence like that. We need another also what's the word another leap in the technology itself. Like,
e,
and that like the models itself, how the models have been
hmm,
just like how transformers and attention models was the leap that really gave us this GPT and all.
yes. So
Because also I'm seeing a lot of other opinions also regarding this, saying the current model of this transformer models are not the ones that will leap to AGI.
okay,
There has to be another leap in the technology. So
to achieve AGI, human.
yeah,
Okay,
so the current technology these models are using will not be the one that will give us AGI.
okay, okay. So yes, then okay. So means this.
We also do not have enough knowledge to really tell what is going on, but
Yes.
based on what other people discuss.
Hmm. So yes. So again, as I've said, there's another. Yes, I remember the name of the neuroscientist. His name is Carl Friston. Carl Friston. So maybe that's the thing that he's trying to develop. Maybe that could be the next leap. I'm not sure because it's in my mind to understand what he's trying to do. Means I've been procrastinating, trying to means
Hmm.
understand. There he does a lot of podcasts and where he discusses those things, but I haven't gone deep into what he's doing. But his approach is called active inference or something like that. But
Okay.
it's mostly about how the human brain models models their daily environment. So
Hmm.
that's what it's about. So
Also,
basic.
actually,
Okay, yes,
few
say.
last month or so, also I think I came across this article or this information that the new model of building AI has been developed or been researched.
Okay,
So, what is that should call? Right now, I guess multi-layer perceptron or similar kind of technology is being used, but a different way of looking at that has been researched, I guess.
okay,
I have not gone through the research report or anything like that, but I remember seeing some news like this.
okay, okay. I'm not sure.
I'll
And
also look up maybe another time we can discuss that. Yeah,
yes, yes. And have you heard the term effective accelerationism?
I have seen those
EAC.
either ESCC. Yeah,
Yes, yes, yes.
what does it mean actually? I don't know what it is.
So yes, there is a great podcast about that. I just watched 10 minutes of that. I'm planning on watching the whole video and so discussing about it. But
Hello.
briefly, hello.
Yeah.
Okay. So briefly, the idea behind EAC is that since AI is coming, so the point is that try to accelerate this its development. There's no point trying to regulate it. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm getting. Is that
Okay.
make the most out of it. Don't stop or don't try to neuter it anything. Don't try to stop its progress.
Yes.
Like put your full energy in trying to develop it. That's the EX and EX approach or philosophy. And its opposite is the what the EX call are called the decel, DECEL, called the
Yeah.
de-accelerators or something like that. These are the people who are more concerned about AI. They say that uh, see because once suppose once AI crosses the limit of human intelligence, there is no off button. Means like if someone is intelligent than you, you can't say that okay, sorry, it's my mistake. I think so. we have done something wrong, let me switch you off. It's not going to happen because a monkey cannot control a human. That's how
Yeah.
it's going to be. So the D cells, they also call them doomers, and they are from EX point of view, they are negative. These people, they think about AI in a negative way. But what I think is that they approach AI, the D cells, as per the EX. What I think is that they approach it in a more cautious way because it's very dangerous. Because once suppose AI it gets out of humans' hand, and if they have a malicious intent, then you can't do anything to switch that off because they are already more intelligent than us. So from the beginning onwards, you should be very cautious about how to develop it and how to keep it in control. But EX point of view said no, since AI is coming, there's no point stopping it. Try to develop it as much as possible. That's what EX point of view is, from what I understand so far. From me, it's a very surface level understanding from my point of view. But I want to know more about what they're trying to say.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but right now, these generative models are mostly being used in music or AI, films,
Hmm.
video games only, right? Like that is their major use case now.
Yes. 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 What did I see? Some film, some director or some filmographer using Sora to create a video. I forgot what exactly I saw. But yes, yes, mostly uh, in the area of art, it is being used.
Yeah.
But also in science, there was a news. I think so. It was this month about Google releasing AlphaFold 3.
Okay.
Have you heard of the news?
No.
Okay, so AlphaFold is a software that that it's mostly used for biology, about deducting or predicting the protein structure. So there is some first degree, I forgot the exact terminology, but about there are different levels of identifying the protein structure. And the thing is that the structure are not, it's a mystery how this protein folding, it's not protein structure, it's protein folding. So yes,
Okay.
so these models, so AlphaFold 1 and 2 they were I think so released way before this, maybe in 2017, 18, or maybe earlier, before all of this generative AI related things came about. And I think so they are using those technology in AlphaFold as well. And it's the same team from Google. So what's the name of that company? DeepMind. Have you heard of that company? Actually,
Yeah.
DeepMind was acquired by Google, and that's the team that is doing all the AI thing
Yeah.
behind Google. Actually, actually they had another company, another sub department within Google named Google Brain, and eventually, I think so maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Initially, within Google there was these two separate companies, this Google Brain and DeepMind, and over time, but eventually they merged both of these companies. And the thing is that the CEO of DeepMind, he's actually a very smart person. Uh, I think so in 2016, I first heard of DeepMind, and I I heard a talk. I watched a talk. It's in YouTube. It's about 16 minutes long, where he talked about how his whole career history and how he eventually started uh, AI.
Mm.
Sorry, DeepMind. So yes, so he sounds like a very intelligent and a very smart person. And but ironically, I think so. But just because he's not the main person who makes all the decisions, that's probably why they are lagging behind. So it's not that he is not as smart. It's just because he doesn't make the final decision. So that's probably why they are lagging behind. Hello.
Yeah, yeah, I can hear.
Okay. And
So I was actually also searching the paper I was talking about,
o-
paper or concept.
okay.
Right now, neural networks are built using the MLP, right? The multi-layer perceptron.
Okay.
Here they're using, or they've proposed one new way. It's called Kolmogorov-Arnold networks.
Okay.
So I
So
guess it is a very not a very, I guess, but somewhat different way of building neural networks instead of MLP.
okay. Okay.
So I
So
can share the link. Maybe you can look into it later on.
okay. Okay. Share it. I'll see
Yeah,
later. Yes. And I was about to say something, but I forgot about this. And yes, I recently watched a movie called Atlas on Netflix. So
okay.
it has to do about this. It's related to AI. Yeah. So since and they had this there is they have created technology which is a symbiote where the human brain and the AI they both combine. That's what that made me think of Neuralink, and
Hmm.
that's the big picture goal of Neuralink. So uh, even just yesterday I watched a presentation of Neuralink where it's from 2022 where Elon Musk talked about it's from September. It was from September 2022 before ChatGPT 3 was released. So there he mentioned that the long-term goal of Neuralink is to create a brain, the human and an AI symbiote. Because he said that okay, in the future, if possibly, once uh, AI will surpass the human intelligence. So what will happen to humans? So the only way to keep up with it is you have to up means you have to somehow enhance yourself, and that's how you do it by connecting yourself to the digital world. So that's the big picture goal. Now, and yes, so the short term goal is to uh, help those paralyzed patients interact with the
Yeah,
digital world, the one that they have done a few months ago, I think so, which is called the Prime study, where they implanted some chip into his brain, and now he can digitally control his computer.
yeah,
So that's another area about how AI and the human brain will uh, communicate. But that's very far in the future. Means uh, so as because this is the first human trial. So so a time when you can access the internet or control another robotic system with your mind is far-fetched.
yeah,
But then again, I sometimes I imagine means how much can happen, how much will happen within our lifetimes. Because yes, I said to you previously, there was a video from 1995 where in a mainstream TV show they were talking about internet in a sarcastic means they're saying, "What is the internet? I don't know what's internet." Like that's how they were talking about. I'll send you the video. It's just maybe 30 seconds long sometime.
yeah,
So that's the same year I was born in 1995. In 28 years, you see how much that internet from from being nothing to being the backbone of our society now. So
right,
everybody knows. Not only everybody knows, the our the current society would not function if internet goes away. It's
yeah. It
so
has to use.
you have to use it, and it's everywhere. it is a necessity. It has become electricity of our times.
Yeah.
So it makes me imagine that when we get old, like when we are 70 or 80 years old, how much can it change? And so because right now we're looking at this level of AI,
Right.
the level of AI, and it's it, even today it 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 seems so advanced. What will happen in the next 50 years? And it actually makes me think that in our maybe when we are old, we might potentially have. You see, if it, as you've said, you need some another kind of paradigm leap. So
Yeah.
where there are two things that can happen. Either it will stay like this for the rest of our life. If that leap doesn't happen, it will only stay at this
Mm.
level.
Mm.
Or if it happens, then we'll go so far above. Because the only thing is that once it crosses the human intelligence level, so they can actually develop research on themselves and make themselves better. That's the loop that I think can happen. Right now, the humans are using their brain power to create an AI. But
Yeah.
if the AI itself is intelligent than the human, that it can research about AI on its own and make itself better. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yes, that's what I'm saying. So if the leap doesn't happen, it will stay like this, or maybe there will be advancements in the user interface point of view, but the underlying thing will be what it is. But if it crosses the threshold, then in the next 50 years it will go way beyond our imagination. That's what I'm imagining.
But as of right now, the chances of both happening is 50-50.
Yes, yes. So that's a very
Because
big.
it could become like the chipset or processors,
Yes.
which seems to have reached to some kind of a peak or a plateau, peak or whatever the word is.
Okay.
So like the improvement in performance is not increasing that much from year to year,
Okay. Yes.
and that is why they're mixing other OS like software
Yes.
optimization, and they are using AI to improve performance. But in terms of hardware itself,
Okay. It has
there
reached.
is not much progress.
Okay. So yes.
So that could also happen with AI, or
Hmm.
maybe it does not. You know, cannot really tell as of now.
Okay. Yes, this made me. I finally reminded. I remember what I wanted to say about it being a scientific research. So so AI research it is more like a scientific research, but because it has so much immediate scientific or sorry so much immediate business use cases, it has become more of a business thing than a scientific thing. For example, and another thing that I want to say that 100 years ago, at around this same point, in 1925, the 1925 was the birth of the modern quantum mechanics. It also revolutionized the way we think about the world. There's another kind of revolution going on in our understanding of reality and the world 100 years ago through quantum mechanics and how it's in those areas. And 100 years from now, around the same time, we are going through another leap in understanding of our world. And this time it's about intelligence. And so that's one parallel that I'm saying. But another thing that I'm saying is that this time it's being driven not by academic institutions. Yes, there are scientists in both cases, but right now it's being driven by business companies. I mean businesses.
Yeah.
And the thing about academic institutions and businesses is that uh, the scientists in academic institutions they don't have an monitor and they don't develop scientific research to maximize profits. So they don't hack in here and there just to show that yes, it looks good. They pursue the truth. They pursue a solution. But that's what things like Gemini, that's not happening in the terms of when technology companies are, when businesses, for-profit businesses are approaching those problems. Because they want to show it, because what they create is very important for their survival. They will try to show it as good as possible.
Yeah, they're very
Even if,
quickly trying to create products.
yes, they're trying to create products, they're not trying to seek truth. That's the difference. So that's what happening with Gemini. Like they are pretending that it's as intelligent, but it's not as intelligent as they are showing it in their demos.
Yeah.
So that's the difference between scientific research being led by tech companies. Because earlier the thing was that tech companies build products on scientific concepts. For example, internet was not made by businesses. It was built by a scientific team from what is it, DARPA or ARPA from the defense.
Yeah.
Yes, that thing. And the whole internet boom, all the in the 1990s, whatever companies came, Amazon, Google, everything else, they were built on top of the internet. They didn't build the technology. They just used that platform to build their products. So right now, yes, most 99% of the company in the AI era, they're building the products on top of the AI. Most of them are not building the AI. They're just building various use cases using they're building various tools using AI, or they're using AI for their various business use cases. But at the same time, the businesses are also building AI, like Google and Anthropic. They are not scientific institutes. They are not the academic. They are not Harvard or MIT or some government agencies whose main, unlike those companies, unlike those agencies, a university or a government agency, their main objective is not profit making, but
That is one of the thing. If they will build the AI for themselves, then this will not be an open technology.
who?
The internet was open to all,
Yes, yes, yes.
as it was not built for profit.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone could use it. But if if Google is building AI for their products, then it will be their product.
Yes.
It will
Yes.
not be something.
And it already is because nobody knows the source. Nobody. It's not an open source project.
Yeah.
Open AI. That you cannot access the code or like Llama. Unlike
Yeah.
Llama, so it's not open source. So yes. So that's another thing about it. So anything more in regards to this topic?
No. And I think we should start wrapping up. It's almost 15 minutes.
Okay. Okay. I think so. Yes. I'll just 5 minutes. I'll just talk about LPPT or EVs in India. Just a few numbers.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't even have
Yeah.
much opinion. I just saw something that thought I should say. So I think so. There yesterday I saw an article which talked about EV sales in India. So the total numbers of electric vehicles is something what 11 million or something like that. 11 lakhs or 11 million, I forgot. But the number doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is that out of that, 58% of all the sales were two wheelers. Means the
58
58%
in India.
in India of all the EV vehicles. Not all the vehicles, of all the EV vehicles.
Yeah.
The 50% of all the EV vehicles were two wheelers, that's two wheeler scooters, and 38% were three wheelers, which includes e-rickshaws and e-autos. Have you seen e-autos in Chennai?
Autos, not really know.
No. I have seen. Means I even ridden. Got into one of those in Bangalore. And
Yeah.
it's similar to a normal auto, but
Yeah, but it's electric.
Yes, electric, and you can distinguish it through its color. The color of the body is blue as compared to a black and yellow cab, taxi,
Yeah. But
auto.
not, yeah, I think there's a rule that if it's an EV, you have the registration plate has to be green color.
Yes, yes. I've seen that in many cars in Bangalore. So that's
Yeah,
one
so
thing.
if it is green, then it's an EV.
Okay, yes, I've seen that in here. So yes, so combined of so the end conclusion is that the combination of all the vehicles, 92% of them are either two-wheelers or three-wheelers. The actual four-wheeler cars, the family cars, the personal cars that people buy, of all the
Yeah,
EVs that are being sold, only 8% of them are four-wheelers, like the personal four-wheeler cars. So means it's still very early days as far as the uh, four-wheeler EVs are concerned in
yeah.
India. So, but I've seen quite a lot of EVs in Bangalore. However, what about Chennai? Have you seen much with
I
these?
do see sometimes it pops up once in a while.
Okay. Even me, it's not that there are lots of them, but I have seen as compared to uh, here in Dibrugarh
Yeah,
or in Assam. I don't think so I ever seen any one with a green plate here.
and then you
But
still have to keep in mind the purchasing power of the family. Like,
yes, 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 yes.
for the same price that you get an EV, you will get a much better
Normal
petrol
car.
or diesel car.
Yes, yes. That's one thing. And another thing is that oh, how are you going to charge it? So that's another thing.
Yeah,
That's it's not practically viable. So in
and
cities,
actually
okay.
testing the batteries in different conditions is also quite necessary in different temperature conditions.
Yes, yes, yes. That's something. That's a practical.
So I don't know what the Tata Nexons will do, what kind of battery technology they are using. They could be volatile to changes in temperature.
It could be. I haven't thought of it. It could be. But yes, I have mostly seen Nexons. Of all the EVs that I've seen so far, most of them are Nexons.
Yeah,
Uh,
mostly Nexon and few from Morris, the MG.
yes, Astra or something like that. Astra, yes. But there, but scooters, but the two-wheeler scooters, I've seen quite a lot of two-wheeler
Scooters,
scooters
I have also seen
in
Ola, the Anchor is the Anchor or something like that.
yes, yes. I have seen quite a lot of two-wheelers in Bangalore, two-wheeler EVs. And do you have YOLO in there in Chennai?
YOLO,
YOLO?
not sure what this is.
It's it's a it's not exactly an bike. It's more like a it's more it's very small two-wheeler. It's
Okay,
more like a cycle or it's a scooter, but it's a very mini scooter.
okay,
And it's
I don't think I've seen.
okay. How it works is that you have an app. You scan that scooter and you can ride around. It's free and it just stands there. It's it's in a public. I think I have never used that, but many of my friends have used it. So
You can just leave it anywhere.
yes, you can leave it anywhere. Just leave it there. But I think so there is a range that you can only use it in a certain area or somewhere. Means,
Okay,
I'm not sure the range, but yes. Suppose you want a YOLO bike, you just open the app. I think so it will show you the nearest bike and in your area. It's just sitting there. You just scan the maybe QR code and you can ride it anywhere and just leave wherever you want to leave. That's how it works.
yeah.
But I have never used it. Maybe sometime I will. So
Mm.
if I go back to Bangalore. So and even I don't know how many which are the other cities that has this kind of thing.
I don't think
Uh,
it's there in Chennai because Chennai is not all that developed compared to Bangalore or Hyderabad.
yes, in terms of tech, yes, I think so. Hyderabad, yes, Bangalore is known as the Silicon Valley. So apart from Silicon Valley of India, but
Hyderabad, Pune, and so now I think certain areas of Gurgaon.
yes, it is Gurgaon as well. Yes, they have this certain name. I've heard of it. As from finance point of view, Mumbai is the top city in India. Like if you want the highest paying jobs in finance, or all the biggest companies, the head offices of all the finance is that's in
Yeah,
Mumbai. But from tech point of view, yes, it's definitely Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Gurgaon as well. But even Chennai is growing, I think so.
yeah, it is growing now. I mean, the whole city is being built now. Most of the area, it's like construction is happening, metros are being built. So it's not a built city here.
Okay,
It's all the way being developed.
okay,
So the main actual area that of Chennai that is developed is quite small.
okay,
It's just one area.
okay. So in and around that area, the surroundings are being developed.
Yeah, so where I am now, it's the outskirts almost,
Okay,
which has been developed. One the main city is somewhat smaller in area.
okay. Yeah, so it was the same for me. Where I stayed, it's in the outskirts, but yes, the metros to the main cities, they're still being developed. It's almost complete, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
not functional yet. So development is going on.
Here the complete metro development will mostly most likely take 1 or 2 3 years.
Okay, and another thing, like if most of the apps, if you see, it says they're made in love with in Bengaluru. You can see.
Yeah,
I think so. I'm not so sure. I think so. Zomato, Swiggy, both of them are from Bangalore. Maybe.
I
I don't,
think Chennai is called like the SaaS capital of India or something.
is it?
Yeah, because
Yes.
Zoho is from here.
Okay, Zoho. Yes.
Zoho and some few others. Fresh Hope, have you heard of Fresh Hope?
Fresh Works.
Fresh Hope, yeah.
Yes, yes, I've heard of it. They also
That is
have.
also from here. Yeah.
I mean, it was founded in that city.
The the
That
the one who founded Fresh Hope is from Sasaram actually.
okay, okay. Yes, because yes, sir. Uh, so it's going to be an hour. So can we?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we can stop.
Yes, maybe yes, you can stop. Let me finish it. How?